guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be playing with a whole bunch of very affordable makeup. I recently picked this up at a store in the mall, which I didn't even know was there. We were walking by and I saw it and I freaked out because I wanted to try this brand and it's online, and I did not know they had a store in Dallas. So what am I talking about? Shop Miss A online. They have Miss A stores in person and I've never seen one, and so we went in, and my husband mostly, but my husband and I went a little crazy because it's so affordable. Everything is $1 or slightly over, but mostly everything is $1. So we're gonna dive into this. I don't know if I have a full face. I have a lot of things in here. I've got multiple of like eyeshadows and stuff like that. So let's just dive in and we're gonna play with some makeup today. It's gonna be very chill. I just want to go into this bag and see if any of it's any good for $1. I've heard, so the person I've heard talk about this most is Taylor Wynn, and I've heard she likes the sponge, but I couldn't remember which one, and there was so many there, so I just grabbed one. It may not be the right one, but I just grabbed a sponge and I'm going to wet this. It feels pretty dense, but I also picked up some sponge and brush soap. They had separate ones. They're in these little tins, which are kind of amazing. These were $1.55 because they're their charity editions products, but I think these were the only two that were over $1. But we have brush soap and sponge soap. I don't actually know if there's a difference in them. They're probably, oh, the ingredients are actually different. I stand corrected. So we got sponge soap and brush soap, which I'm excited to have. So I'll wash my sponge before I use it. I didn't even know what this product was, but I had to grab it. Waterproof Eye Makeup Seal. Transform Drops All Day Wear. How do you use this? Take a waterproof liquid liner, add 1 to 2 drops of mix to a mixing palette, then mix in eyeshadow pigments or glitter. For waterproof eye looks, add 1 drop at a time until your makeup brush is saturated. Lightly brush or dab over dried eyeliner, or pat lightly over finished eye look. Interesting. Seals, waterproofs, and transforms eyeshadows and eyeliners into sweat-proof, splash-proof, anything-proof formulas. So I'm excited to see what this does. We may make an eyeliner, I don't know. And then I tried to get 1 mascara, but my husband bought 3, and he didn't even get a black. I tried to get a black and he wanted these. So I have blue, purple, and teal mascaras. Eyeshadows, I have a colorful Tropical Breeze palette, and then we have a nice neutral palette. And this is a Velvet Mousse makeup palette is what it says. It's just 1 shimmer shade. Which I thought was pretty. The foundation that I picked up is Pro Wear Foundation Full Coverage. I got a 2-in-1 blush and bronzer. So blush and bronzer for $1. That's pretty insane. We'll see if it works. We have a buttercream gel eyeliner in Blueberry. Got a lot of blue things. Because here's another blue. This is a cream eyeshadow prism. I guess we were feeling blue that day. Lips. This is a very, very bold pink lip. So we've got bright blue eyeshadow and bright pink lips. I don't know if we can put all these on in one time. And I did get just a neutral lip liner. This is the AOA lip liner in Dawn. And then we have a gel liner in a beautiful purple shade, Starfish. This, believe it or not, is the concealer. They had really dark concealers, or this, which is actually says highlighter. So I don't know what the coverage is like, but it kind of looks like a very pale lavender. So I may like mix this with some of the foundation to make a concealer. And then I wanted to test out their brushes, so I got 1. They had like sets of brushes that were pretty inexpensive, but I just got the 1. This is the F12 brush. It's just a nice powder. I could use this for bronzer or blush or powder, whatever. Very multi-use. Okay, so I'm going to wash the sponge real quick, and then we are going to start putting this on my face. All right, so the sponge did grow quite a bit and it did get a little bit softer. It's still a little bit hard, but it's not the softest one in the world, but it's also not a rock. Here was the soap. Whoa, okay, let me just pour water everywhere. I guess I'm gonna start with the foundation. So it says to shake well. It's not actually moving. It looks very thick. Let's see if it squirts out. It's very, very thick. Oh, here it comes. Oh my gosh, it's so thick. This does not feel like the right packaging for this. Look at that. Okay, this is like one of the thickest foundations I've had. Anyways, the shade that I have is Buff. It looked like the lightest one. We shall see. Wow. All right, let's spread this out. Okay, when I first started blending this in, I thought it was gonna look super, super heavy and cakey. It wasn't looking good, but it is kind of blending and meshing into my skin, so it doesn't look bad. I definitely think a sponge is best to press this foundation in because it is so thick, but it's not half bad. Okay, so the concealer, I'm gonna swatch this on my hand to see how pigmented it is because it is very, very fair. Well, it's not even fair, it's lavender. I'll probably try to mix it in. That foundation I thought was gonna be liquidier, so it might be harder to mix in, but let me swatch. Yeah, that's white. Yeah, that's awesome though, it's white. Okay, so I'm gonna try to take a tiny bit of the foundation with that white. It just is so hard to squirt this stuff out. Pretty light. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm just going to pat this out. Kind of blend it in with what's on my face. I don't think I have a brow product, so I'll have to use something that I already have. I'm not mad at what the base is looking like right now. I'm actually impressed. My brows, because they're bothering me. I use the NYX Fill and Fluff. It's a little bit off on the color for me, but it's right here, so I'm gonna use it. I think I'm gonna start with the neutrals in the crease and then we'll go into some of the colorful stuff. I also have this, we got this one. This is a bronzer multi, that's what it says. So that's another bronzer that I have. I'm gonna start with this shade right here. Wow, that's pretty nice. Put that aside and I'm going to go into the Tropical Breeze palette. We're gonna go crazy and I'm gonna go into this yellow and I just want to see if it's got any pigment to it because it's a pale yellow going right in that crease. It's showing up. It's not as neon on the eyes, which I'm okay with. It just adds a nice warmth into the crease. And then I'm gonna take, I think I wanna take this blue shade right here. These are typically hard to work with, so let's see how this one does. Oh wow, that's blue. Let's see if it blends out. Okay. I mean, for $1, it's not the worst eyeshadow in the world. It's definitely a little patchy. Blues are so hard to work with. Stop there with that, and I'm gonna go into this. I think my intention behind this was to use it as a liner, but I may put this all over my lid and then tap this shimmer on top. This is incredibly thick. Like the products are almost dried out. Like that foundation was so thick. Like I am squishing with all my might here. I'm afraid it's just gonna go. It's like coming out of the top just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Just a tiny little bit. Yeah, this is dry. This is dried up. Now that I'm gonna use that. All right, let's see what the Velvet Mousse feels like. So here's this. Oh, it is very soft. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna see what this looks like on the outer corner first. Well, that's a beautiful like navy color. Should we go for it all over the lid? It's very pigmented, it's very creamy. I like this so far. Wow, the coverage on that is insane. Okay, I'm gonna see if the crease will blend out at all. Wow. I'm gonna put this shimmer shade toward the inner portion of my eye just to brighten this up a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. It's funny, I don't normally do blue eyeshadows at all, and I steer clear of them, and I ended up getting all blue things. I don't know why, but that's actually really, really pretty. I want to try this shade out too, just because I've got it and I need to try it. So I'm going to take that and just tap it right in the middle. Oh, that's gorgeous. So there are the mermaid eyes. This very light shade, and kind of clean up here with it. Just blend that edge out a little bit better. So with this look, I'm not gonna use the purple. I don't think that would, well, it might look good in the waterline. All right, let's go for it. We're just using everything, and if it looks bad, it looks bad. It's fine. I am going to UPS later to drop something off, but that's okay. Or is it a FedEx store? Do I have to go to, I hope I don't have to go to Mesquite. Okay, so this is a very pastel purple, and the shade is Starfish. So let's see. Oh, it's pretty creamy. Man, I'm impressed. Considering these prices, I am very impressed. Wow. Okay, so that went on. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a liner. I'm just going to. Let me find a liner brush. Speaking with the inexpensive brands, I'm gonna take the little Essence eyeliner brush. I love this. It's one of my favorite eyeliner. All right, so I'm gonna try and use this as a liner real quick, and then we will move on to the rest of the face. Wow. These colors are actually all going really well together. Pigmented, it's going on smoothly. It's not too slick that it's sliding everywhere. So there is the Buttercream gel liner and shadow. You could totally use this as a shadow base as well, but yeah, that's not bad. Move on to the face because I need to bronze up a little bit. So I've got two different bronzers. I've got this one and then the one in the Duo. I think I want to use this one, and we'll just use the blush from the Duo. Let's just swirl this and whew, see what it looks like. It's a nice fair shade. It works on my skin tone. I was kind of had hope that this stuff would work, but I was kind of expecting, since it was all $1, that it would all be a bust, but I'm not really hating anything. The foundation is a little heavier than what I like, but it doesn't look bad on the skin. And this bronzer is actually quite nice for me. Thumbs up on the bronzer. I like that. All right, let's go into the blush. I'm gonna use the same brush. And that's blending out fine as well. It's not overly pigmented, it's blending out fine. Wow. All I have left are the lips, and I have a bright purple lip. Let's start with the lip liner since it's neutral. All right, and this is in the shade Dawn. It looks quite promising. It's balling up. I don't know if that's just my lips flaking or if it's the lip liner. I don't actually like the lip liner. It's extremely creamy but somehow very drying. I don't like the lip liner. I'm gonna put this on. I'm probably gonna take it back off just because the color. But let's see what this looks like on. Put this on. Okay, so I definitely look like a clown with this lip on and this eye. Very clown. But the formula on this is definitely, it's a liquid lipstick. It does dry down matte. I haven't tested yet. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit longer. The color is actually really pretty if you take away my eyeshadow. Like the color is actually pretty. And it went on very well. Let me see. I think it's gonna dry down to be transfer proof or resistant. It's pretty stinking matte. I like this better than the lip liner. Obviously, again, the color is a little wild and crazy for the look, but all we have left is mascara. So we have blue, purple, and teal. Which one will make this the least crazy? In the teal, just because it goes with the eyes. It's called dark green. And this is from the AOA Studio line. Most of this is the AOA Studio line, but not all of it. There's also something called Amuse, which are the eyeshadows, and Starry. So not all this is AOA Studio. Okay, let's see. Here's the wand. It's just a very typical wand. It's not building like super fast. It's definitely more of like a emerald hunter green than a teal. Like the packaging looks more teal, but the dark green is a better description of it. I'm gonna layer the blue on top of it. Let's see what the blue looks like. Just trying it all out, all at once. Okay, so here's the blue. This one is called dark blue. Oh, that's bright blue. That is bright blue. Let's see what it looks like on top of the dark green. Yeah, it's not a super lengthening mascara. It's just very meh. Alright, so here is the finished look with the Miss A makeup. I'm very impressed with most of this. Standout products, let's see here. All the eyeshadows worked really well. I used 2 shades of this, but what I used I liked. And then I used several shades in this and I love them all. This shade and this shade are stunning. Very minimal fallout. And the mousse, I would like to have more colors of this. I really enjoyed that a lot. I didn't get to test out the waterproof drop things. I will test that out and let you know in a wrap-up video. I actually really enjoyed the bronzer and I'm probably gonna reach for this. I like it and it's pretty too. The blush worked well. It's just a normal shade of blush. It's probably not gonna reach for it over some of my other favorite blushes, but it does work, and for the price, it's pretty amazing. I did not like the lip liner so much. The gel eyeliner actually worked really well in the waterline and showed up very nicely, so I liked the gel liner. Lip is a little bit sticky, but if you like a matte lip, it's nice. Just a little bit sticky. I'm gonna put gloss on because I don't like matte lips at all. I don't ever wear matte lips. They make my lips look really old. So I'm gonna put a little bit of Fenty gloss on top. And that took away the stickiness for me. Beautiful. The foundation, it looks good on most of my face. Under my eyes doesn't look so great, and I don't know if it's the foundation because it's heavy or if it's the concealer that just is not a good formula under my eyes. But my under eye area is not the best, but my face looks great. I didn't really powder other than the powder products, and it's pretty matte, but it's not really drying, so I'm not mad at this. Looks pretty good. All right, so that wraps it up for Miss A and the AOA stuff. The sponge I liked, but I'm not going to reach for it really. It wasn't as good as some of my other ones. And I've been using a brush mostly anyways, so let me know in the comments if you have any Miss A makeup that you love and are obsessed with that I need to try out. For $24, that's a pretty cheap face of makeup, and I'm actually very impressed. I would change some colors on some of the things, but the products themselves actually performed very well. So the question is, do I take off the clown makeup to go to the UPS store? Alright guys, that's it for this one. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already and want to see future videos, hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys next time. Stay gorgeous. Bye! Okay, let's get a picture to send to the husband. I guess I can turn the camera off now.